Alright, this is Shenshenko versus Salted Pepper in the Arabia Express 1600 plus bracket. Okay, small tournaments with 16 or 32 players maximum, so the elo spread will be a bit larger than like typical 1v1 events, but the idea is to have a short time span for the whole tournament so I can cover most or all of it on my stream. That's the general idea. I have a nasty cold today, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to talk without hurting this voice, but other than that, let's get to the action. The players have been drafting civilizations, 2 bands, 4 picks each, and we're seeing Shenshenko with the Ethiopians here, probably wanting to play the archers, and Salted Pepper with the Tatars, which could mean scouts into cav archers or scouts into archers, crossbows, cav archers. Infantry openings possible as well. Could do most things with Tatars with their instant stun, bringing in the Castle Age, and the fact that they have fully upgraded cavalry as well. Cavalier, Keshik from the castle, lots of options. Also some elevation advantage for Tatars, 25% more bonus damage from the hill. And if you want to know the rank of the players, just exclamation mark rank in the chat. For Salted Pepper here, 3 on wood, could be indicative of scouts here, while Shenshenko has kind of a shortcut to the men-at-arms, with the Ethiopians being given 100 food, 100 gold upon reaching the next stage, but a pre-milled rush still an option as well. What's the wood situation for on wood? Rest on food and some outside houses here. Looks like he might be planning a kind of a rush here, men-at-arms even. Or just straight archers, depending on what the scouts that Salted Pepper is up to. So pushing into the zebras here, another indication of pushing or boosting the food economy to facilitate a food heavy build like the scout, or even the men-at-arms of course, but yeah, it could also be the 21 pop men-at-arms here with only 3 on wood. That's also customary for the most recent men-at-arms build orders. Looks like Salted Pepper wants to occupy the hill a little bit here. They have a potential scout run in here, but Shenshenko gets the first hit, so Salted Pepper won't take the fight. Another indication it might be a scout's opening, because you want to preserve as many hit points as possible, as much hit points as possible on your scout to be helpful in the early scouts fights. Second woodland going up here, still no barracks, but no rush for that either. That needs to go up at around 60% to the feudal age to work. Shenshenko dropping the barracks, small walling in the villager as well, so that she doesn't get hit by the starting scout of Salted Pepper, who, after pushing the deer just now, goes to scout the rest of Shenshenko's base, will spot the barracks C2 on gold, confirm most likely men-at-arms. Unless this woman goes to gold, then it could be the straight archers as well. Uh-oh. Bit of a rough run-in for Salted Pepper there, losing quite a bit of hit points on the starting scout. has to rush up the barracks now. A little bit off on the barracks timing, but otherwise set to go. Flag on the barracks confirmed. So no units moving out, no drush here. This is definitely the men-at-arms. Okay, stable up for salted pepper here. And also react with the range to immediately be able to defend them against the presumed follow-up that usually follows the men-at-arms, the archers. So the men-at-arms upgrade is in. Shenshenko not with enough wood to drop the range yet, but I'd expect that follow-up soon. There's still 2 on gold. Going to have to rely on some men-at-arms damage here, and it's definitely going to delay Salted Pepper's scouts opening here. Little bit of a hill advantage there for Salted Pepper. Get some nice hits in. Good scout micro here to deal with one of the men-at-arms and the scout. Great micro here. We'll clean up the men-at-arms of Shenshenko before Shenshenko can do all that much about the aggression here. Also popping out an archer. Nothing on gold for Salted Pepper, so that's only an archer and a skirmisher out. But that's also enough to some extent deal with the defensive spearmen of Shenshenko. So. Excuse me. Shenshenko dropping the range just now. So the follow-up at 30 minutes here. Maybe a bit on the late side. The spearmen are out though, so that should keep the scouts from doing too much damage here. And Salted Pepper, having gone to gold just now, won't have any archers to follow up just yet either. We'll be getting one builder here though. Unless she escapes somehow, but one scout looping around, stopping some quick calls on the gold. Good aggression. Gold on the hill, never ideal. And a very much needed tower from Shenshenko on the gold here. It seems to be obstructing the gold income quite a bit, so this could be a bit of a panic tower here against Salted Pepper's aggression. There's definitely Salted Pepper on the offensive now. Can't really run into the spears comfortably here. I mean, Ethiopians get instant pikemen once the castle age kicks in as well. Well, it's a very weak villager, and Salted Pepper of course sees that and will take it out. Scouts still on the move. Good scouts might from Salted Pepper to keep them all alive. Making a mix of archers and skirms here. Let's have a look at the farm economy as well. 14 farms here, while Shenshenko is currently at 9. So I'd expect Salted Pepper to go comfortably up to the castle age comfortably earlier than Shenshenko here. Oh, and a palisade not finished on the woodland. Disaster for Shenshenko here. Gonna lose more villagers. The scouts completely blocking the exit here. And the spearmen and archer on the hill here to keep the spearmen out as well. 2 more kills for Salted Pepper. 4 villagers down now. 4 villagers lead for Salted Pepper as their idle TC times are pretty much comparable here. Keeps harassing the woodland. The other one is quite exposed as well, but Shenshenko keeps the army close here. It is kind of snowballing out of control here for Shenshenko, though that castle age is far away now. Investing into defense for the archers and skirmishers as well. Not a bad call, but it's 100 food, or even 150, I don't remember. That affects the transition to the next stage. Yeah, more villagers going down here. That's the 5th villager. Shenshenko hasn't really made any attempt to save this one. Maybe it's just too much going on right now. He's not in a position to counterattack, or he is, kind of. He is moving out. Might be attempting the counterattack now, which seems the correct call with all of Salted Pepper's armies forward here. But he has some archers and skirmishers to defend, or more importantly, on the way to the castle age now. See. Upgrades similar here. I see double rangers for Salted Pepper, so it's going to be either the extended crossbows or just straight for the cavalry archers here. Cavalry archers are more expensive, take some more time to mass, but we'll see how it goes. We'll have a decent chunk of archers to upgrade into crossbows, and still massing the archers as well, so this is going to be crossbows first and then potentially cav archers later. But looking at the progression here, Salted Pepper about to reach the castle age. Shenshenko far away from clicking up here. That castle age could this could end in easily end in castle age now. TC number 2 straight away for Salted Pepper here. Tasks 3 villagers building that one. Bumbering now instantly in for the archers, so they fire more quickly. And with crossbow botgun kicking in, these feudal age skirmishers of Shenshenko, they just have they don't stand a chance here. They're outranged and outgunned by the Tatars. Crossbows, Salted Pepper ready to counter engage now. We'll probably try and hit woodlands again. It's actually 3 woodlands for Shenshenko, but this one took some hits earlier on, so 2 efficient ones here. Within crossbows range though, you could sit here or here and you'd still be able to range villagers somehow. Bowsaw coming in for Salted Pepper, so getting those eco upgrades as well. And fortifying that lead over Shenshenko, who still needs 350 food to go to the next stage. 2 more villagers down. Triple range production from Shenshenko, but we'll be struggling to keep up with Salted Pepper's armies and aggression here. We'll have to play this incredibly patiently. He's pulling the pulling the villagers away from the woodline, hoping to complete the walls over here, but that clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast, and Salted Pepper is going to get through here. Yeah, he's through. And with the crossbows inside of the base, Shenshenko taps out, calls the GG. Salted Pepper takes the first win here. Let's have a look at the timeline and see. W attacks and horse collar for Salted Pepper, going for the scouts after all. Holding off these men-at-arms of Shenshenko with maybe a tiny bit delayed archers there, not the most... Didn't really get much from that men-at-arms opening, and then it just snowballs out of control as Salted Pepper gets damage in with the scouts and skirmishers. Right, let's go to game 2, just in a moment. Should be visible on the screen again now. And second matchup, Mongols versus Huns, that's a fun one. Alright, so neither Mongols nor Huns got banned here. Salted Pepper with the Huns for this one decides to garrison the villagers rather than going straight for wood for a tiny bit of resource income here while bringing in the first sheep. Scouting with at least 2, maybe 3 sheep here and the starting scout to start claiming the resources and get going. Huns never need to build houses, so they start with 100 less wood, but will be saving wood as the game moves on because of that. And 20% faster working stables, 20% cheaper cavalry archers. That makes for a good combination for the Huns to go, especially for cavalry archers, since your Bloodlines and Husbandry will kick in a little bit faster as well, and they have fully upgraded paladins, so they couldn't easily go for the cavalry approach here as well. Maybe Salted Pepper wants to open scouts again. You would have to read the map and see what to do. This is... yeah... close above map, in fact, but Huns in general, because of never needing to build houses, will still more often than not go on the aggressive. Shenshenko with the Mongols here will benefit from faster collection of food from hunt. It's 40% faster for the Mongols, so really speeds up your food collection for the feudal age, opening for some exciting possibilities, like real early scouts or whatever unit combination you'd like to go for, honestly. See, Shenshenko kind of has to push in the deer or ostrich when you're, or zebras when you're a Mongols. It's I could of course build them. My friend Dennis likes to do that, but typically speaking, people are going to push in the hunt because it saves you that 100 wood for an extra mill, and you'll still benefit from that faster hunt and less decay when it's right underneath the TC. Alright, bringing in the Rhino there, saving all of the villagers in the process, and Shenshenko moves out for some starting of the walls already. Left side or back side of the base here, pretty horrible. There's the oasis here as well. You could probably get away with walling here though, and walling in towards the TC in some way to prevent enemy entry. Salted Pepper hangs around near the hunt here with Shenshenko Scout to try and get some hits in or just to disrupt that pushing in. That's actually a smart move if you've already scouted all of your own resources around the base. Second Rhino coming in for Shenshenko there, and Salted Pepper flexing with the... Hey, if you're not gonna push your hunt, I'm gonna do it. So he's actually pushing an ostrich all the way from Shenshenko's side to home base. Not his own, he doesn't care about his own, he just wants to steal those lame bits. That's next level laming right here, pushing an ostrich all the way from enemy base and back home. A bit of a flex here, but a more funny sort. It's better than stealing a rhino, it's less BM than stealing the rhino. Is he gonna get the other one as well? Surely Shenshenko will spot that and stop it. Shenshenko, 10 gold being taken here, or is he gonna go to Men at Arms maybe? No, it's only 10 gold, so it's a... I can't even tell if it's a pre or post mill rush, because the mill is up as the barrack goes up, so technically it is a post mill rush, I guess. 19, 20 pop. Long distance mining. It could also be an early 20 pop Men at Arms here from Shenshenko. Lamer boy. He's laming the second ostrich of the Mongolian player as well. Mongols player. Oh, yeah. I think he's gonna succeed. He's really boosting that Hunt's food economy. Hasn't taken his own at all, but he keeps he goes on the aggressive. He could use the villagers to long distance hunt these ones. Feudal Age well on the way for both. Shenshenko does have the goal to go up to the next stage. Has the mining camp up. This is a 20 pop Mongols Men at Arms. Could be efficient. They might very well even delay or deny the blacksmith with salted pepper here. And this time around, Shenshenko with the superior army micro here takes a lot of hits in on salted pepper scout and pulls the militia away pending that Men at Arms upgrade. Oh, it's actually not just Men at Arms, but possibly Men at Arms and towers here, or is it just only the one tower on the woodland? Strong pressure regardless. This tower is going to deny that wood income, presuming Shenshenko keeps the... gets the tower up here, and I think that's the case. Salted pepper can't really see that, and even with that his weak scout can't really help out. Dropping a range, like the previous game here, salted pepper, scouts and skirmishers, maybe expecting the men archers follow-up after the Men at Arms here. And that one tower goes up, and I guess Shenshenko will not commit to more towers, but rather just pull the villagers back home and be happy with the damage done on the woodland here, taking salted pepper off it and getting 2 kills in. That's going to be a 3rd kill. This is like an inverse of the first game here. Shenshenko getting great value, salted pepper trying to flex those quick wall skills, but will not get that villager saved. And we're at 3 villagers lost, might be 4, with this villager going downhill and being blocked here. Some quality Mongols play here from Shenshenko. And there we go. So home base on the safe side for Shenshenko here, committing to the extended feudal age, has 6 farms out and now dropping the stable to extend the aggression here. Men at Arms into scouts somehow, Men at Arms on 1 tower. I'm not sure why he's keeping these villagers garrisoned on him, maybe he just forgot about them. So Shenshenko now subject to counterattack, but I think he can fight this off with villagers if need be. One of the scouts is really weak. Could be that Salted Pepper will get a kill here, but actually Salted Pepper will lose one of the scouts to TC Fire and take some HP losses. While same thing might happen to Shenshenko's Men at Arms here. Salted Pepper garrisoning, blocking the exit to some extent here. Still, all of the infantry units stay alive though. So that's 5 kills for Shenshenko. It's 7 villagers ahead now due to more idle TC time for Salted Pepper as well, who's been spending food on scouts, maybe idling the TC intentionally to do so. Is about to lose more here, and really a rough game for the Huns player here. Good aggression by Shenshenko. Still all 2 of the 3 men-at-arms alive here, has a spearman mixed in, so the scouts alone can't easily deal with this. And skirmishers, the men-at-arms, could deal with that as well. Finally, this will be cleaned up, but the damage really has been under 5-0 eco KD for Shenshenko. Second stable for Shenshenko, so doubling up on this, going full feudal. I like what I'm seeing here. He's got gold, so once the food allows, he'll be able to get bloodlines for these scouts as well. No upgrades for now, but almost, well, technically matching Salted Pepper's numbers here now. Salted Pepper only 1 spearman out. So that's going to be a bit rough to handle, and Shenshenko immediately adds 1 spear as well to keep up here. But the skirmishers of Salted Pepper will be dealing with that spearman. Skirmishers have bonus attack against spearmen, so they provide a decent counter as Shenshenko pulls away and now has 1 out of 2 stables producing here. So Shenshenko in the scouts lead here now, 5-4. Salted Pepper not investing nearly as much into feudal though, so could be a chance for comeback for the Huns here by a smoother Castle Age to get some stronger units out. These skirmishers are being real annoying underneath Shenshenko's TC here, but Shenshenko doesn't really take the bait. He hesitates a lot to garrison the TC here, but look at the farm economy. 25 farms now, 22 on food total. I'm not sure how that adds up, but certainly in a good position to keep making the scouts, getting bloodlands as well. And focusing down the scouts and spears of Salted Pepper, now establishing a military lead of 10-7 here. No upgrades other than Bloodlands, though Bloodlands is on the way, and Bloodlands alone makes it harder for the spearmen to take out these scouts as well. What? Is he tagging the idle villagers or something? I don't know if that's salt or that's just friendly taunting, I can't really tell. But Salted Pepper sends them back to work and doesn't really respond to the chat either. Let's have a look at the progression. Still, both players committing to feudal armies here. Salted Pepper is now with the archers in production here. As a couple more spearmen join in here, the archers should easily snipe those though. Even without upgrades, but there's decent numbers. There's the hill. Let's see if the spearmen can get some pokes in here. Shenshenko does have the stronger army if you look at the HP situation here. Spearmen's fighting spearmen. And the bloodlines for Salted Pepper as well. Both have bloodlines for the scouts, but Shenshenko about to get +1/+1 for these scouts. Already has that plus defense, which helps greatly in the fighting as well. Salted Pepper constantly trying to take the hill here, but they're fighting for that hill. That's that new Arabia generations for you. Lots of hills everywhere. Provides points of refuge, but also a strategic advantage or disadvantage if you can claim it and micro properly. Let's have a look at the numbers here now. 15 mil, 3 to 6 for Shenshenko. Skirmishers added in as well. Nice reaction to the archers. Wheelbarrow situation still 5 ahead for Shenshenko, so been keeping that idle TC time lower, has wheelbarrow in, so technically even more wielders ahead here, all in all. And yeah, military lead and eco lead looking good for the Mongols player here. Has the 2 stables up as well and the range, so could easily follow up with the knights in the castle age here if this game at all goes to the castle age. Because there's some serious aggression from Shenshenko here. Could even loop around here and hit that exposed gold. Doesn't really need to break through here, but I guess it just doesn't want to run close to TC fire needlessly here. Using that scout's mobility to deny more buildings and gets going here. Ogedai 1 wants step lancers. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I have a feeling this game might end in feudal, so feudal age step lancers is thankfully not a thing. That would be a cool feudal age rush, but would also be kind of OP. Because you can't quick wall them out. At least not with palisades, maybe with houses. $18 to 8 here, Shenshenko going castle age. Okay, so technically it will end potentially when Shenshenko is in the castle age. So Salted Pepper is struggling to get to the castle age, he's struggling to get economy fluent enough to keep producing units here as well. Only 3 scouts, 2 archers and a couple of spears here, and also behind in upgrades. Looks to be like we're going to a 3rd game here. So Shenshenko committing to the aggression here is still ahead in economy by good margins here. All of the eco upgrades from feudal age in, attack defense upgrades as well. I think it would make most sense to go for the knights here with the double stables up, as Salted Pepper tries for some counter aggression. Has the archers here, but 3 knights and we clean this up because the upgrades are already in for Shenshenko. The spearmen doing some work as well. And cavalry archers, okay, Mongols cavalry archers, but also knights. A little of this, little of that here. As the market to transition, so the economy to balance it out a bit after being taken off gold as well. And as I said, just a couple of knights will easily clean up this. Yep, Shenshenko cleans up that. He adds some more skirmishers. I don't even quite know why. He either... I think he cancelled them actually, and just commits to the cav archers now. Salted Pepper, still no sign of that castle age click. He's gonna keep fighting. We'll have to commit even more heavily to feudal age now, with maybe more... I don't even know what Salted Pepper can do here. Goes for the castle age as well. Now Shenshenko still with a lower idle TC time, keeping that eco lead and doubling up with the cav archers, which will be maximum annoying here. So back walls here for Salted Pepper, so in a creative way, keeping that gold very secure, but look at the woodland. Look at this woodland, look at this woodland. Finally, Salted Pepper's only safe woodland is in the back here. And the knights just don't care about the walls in towards the TC here. They run right past. And we'll be getting some juicy kills on the gold here. While the cav archers raid from the other side, Shenshenko obviously a confident and solid Mongols player. Action, reaction, as is the Age of Empires game. I'm surprised he doesn't commit anything to raiding this woodland over here, though. He has it scouted. 71-42 KD, so we've seen a lot of army kills this game. Ballistics on the way is going to make it a lot easier for the Cav Archers to hit moving targets. As Salted Pepper drops a third range, could be trying to keep up with the Cav Archer numbers here somehow, because Huns have cheaper Cav Archers, but it still feels kind of like a lost cause here with the damage Shenshenko has been and is doing. He's idling the gold yet again. Castage is in, yes, but there's no eco for anything here. Salted Pepper has the market, could sell some food for gold, just did that to get Akkal-AOE. But will need to pull away from the woodline yet again. And there's the GG. Shenshenko takes the game here with the Mongols. Let's have a look at the stats. Sounds like we have a mod war going on in my chat. $79.45 KD dominant. Mongols play here. Ecos. So Salted Pepper did keep up for a while, but Shenshenko is just always heads to the upgrades and whatnot here, and definitely to the cast stage for that final move to conclude the game. Well, we have ourselves a game 3 here, so let's have a look. And that's gonna be Magyars versus Lithuanians. Another potential cavalry battle here. So Magyars get the melee upgrades instantly in each age, could absolutely be an advantage in the early scouts fighting, but Lithuanians with their extra 150 food to start gets a food boost that the Magyars don't have, so the Lithuanians could comfortably go up at earlier population to contest the scouts war with and 1 or 2 population earlier, maybe even more. The hunt is a bit further out this time, not unpushable though. Maybe Salted Pepper got a little bit cheeky the previous game in pushing in Shenshenko's deer from all the way from the other side. Hunt in the back for Shenshenko, could either long distance hunt that or push it in to boost that Magyar's eco. Magyar's scouts cost less food, so that's also a way to more easily keep up with the scouts production of the opponent. It's a questionable goal for Salted Pepper there, right on the hill, the forward woodline as well, but of course if you wall this area here and to the back, still have a decent base secured. It's but having the goal in a downhill ditch like that between the hills, its whole base almost is in the ditch, so not ideal against any kind of, especially any kind of ranged forward melee units to some regard as well, but ranged units with their heal bonus would be disastrous here. It's kind of the case for both of them. Shenshenko has a small hill here, also the gold in the downhill main gold, so they're sort of evened out there, I guess. Forward berries, back berries, so Salted Pepper better set for feudal aggression here. Could just wall the backside here, and the food source will be hard to contest here. In general, looking at the woodlines here, I think Salted Pepper has the slightly more easily wallable base, but yeah, this is, yeah, favoring a wall off for both players, I guess. So the barracks comes up for Salted Pepper. It's going to be not the instant rush, but the pre-mill rush from the Lithuanians here. While Shenshenko probably going to commit to the scouts here. Looking at the wall of potential here, I think a drush is a good way to go. It's going to keep Shenshenko busy, whatever is up to doing here, and he's not doing any kind of militia aggression here. Nixishin in the chat, hello. Shenshenko now forward to scout after having pushed in one ostrich, I think, and see the barracks in the flag zone confirms that a drush is coming his way, one that he'll probably either react to with small walls around the berries immediately, or just try to track the movement. I guess it's just going to small wall. He's seen the barracks go up with the flags, so he knows what to expect. Salted pepper with the scout forward. Why isn't Shenshenko small walling in the drush here? Is he so confident he'll be able to hold it off here? It's also in the Dark Age here, dropping the barracks, wants to defend with militia of his own, potentially. And is off berries there. I think he's just going to commit to fighting with villagers here. But Salted Pepper does not take that bait. He's keeping up the annoyance while walling off a bit at home here. I have a question about League. Can I be the captain of 2 teams but playing only one? Is it in the same division? I don't really see any big issues with it, Nixishin. But if it's in the same division, maybe people will think that's kind of weird. It's probably okay. It's probably okay. Shenshenko pulling away the weak villager here is off berries, so I mean the small walls could have kept this safer, I think, but I think he was just feeling competent here. He's not using the barracks, he's about to go feudal age, needs a little bit more food. Will commit to villager fighting here. It should be okay though, he could fight this up, but that's a lot of idle worker time cost on Shenshenko's side. Salted Pepper will lose the starting scout as well. Will he get another villager kill though? He gets blocked here or gets trapped. Shenshenko adapting the plans here to what I think could be a straight archers build for the Magyars. There's Salted Pepper with the feudal age going for the rush into archers here. Range going up, beating Shenshenko with good margins to the feudal age. As I'm not quite sold on what Shenshenko's plan might be here. He's been taken off berries for quite a while. Looks like he's sending the 3rd villager to gold maybe now. He's just walling off with a weak villager at that. That seems scary. He's trying to no, it can't be fast castle either. He has 2 on gold. He's 6 farms. It's like a fast castle build, but he's way off with the food here. Like blacksmith stable fast castle here, but yeah, I'm not sold on the idea here. Salted Pepper sends his spearman forward. That's a good substitute if you lose your starting scout in a fight. Spearman is a very cheap investment to get some intel in and also deal with the opponent's starting scout if there was any. Salted Pepper with the archers production now, and 5 on gold, suggesting maybe even a double range here. Or it's just to compensate for the gold income to be able to produce archers while preparing for a castle age transition into cavalry. No blacksmith as far as I can see, but the walls coming to the edge of the map here, as mentioned earlier, in a way walled in a way to keep the main goal safe, even though it's all downhill from there. Shenshenko with this skirmisher defense here now. 3 on gold as well. Could be thinking about a mix of archers and skirmishers here, maybe. No blacksmith for either player, but it's going up for salted pepper right now. And the spearman just poking around and gathering some more scouting intel here. Sees 3 on gold. Could be an indication of anything. And we can see that Shenshenko has a larger bit to wall here. He wants to wall in between the woodlands here. Could also wall towards the edge of the map, but I think he's not doing that because of the risk of any aggression from salted pepper easily breaking into the back here without villagers being able to reach that area and quick wall inside. Skirmishers moving forward here. Will they get in time? Maybe not. Could be an opening between the buildings here though. That's like typical walling on a hill kind of thing. Salted pepper trying to take the hill advantage here to make the most of it. Has fletching, that's one that Shenshenko doesn't, so could even use a little bit of range advantage here. Double ranges for Shenshenko, going for an extended feudal age again, while salted pepper definitely considering that castle age transition into cavalry here, which will be really strong now with the base fully walled and yeah, whatever. It's a second range, maybe not actually, so maybe more feudal age from both of them here. Archers over here, skirmishers fighting uphill over here, but Shenshenko should be cleaning this up even without fletching, I think. It's just so peculiar to see this kind of walling. If salted pepper goes for crossbows in the castle age now, you should easily be able to loop around the back here and idle the woodland from the backside. And it's still open in the back as well, of course, but Shenshenko will be closing that somehow. He has lots of the skirmishers to defend here, but it comes at the cost as well. Salted pepper now, 1 minute 50 seconds to go. 1 minute 50 seconds to go to the castle age, while Shenshenko has, yeah, it's just nowhere near the next stage. Another wave of archers moving forward. 50 seconds to go to the castle age, so crossbows kind of rendering the feudal age skirmishers useless as well, because with crossbows with Bodkin you'll outrange and out attack the skirmishers. Shenshenko getting some snipes here, but that also leaves salted pepper knowing that all of the skirmishers are over there. I have all the time in the world now to get crossbow Bodkin before engaging, and then I'll just break through at a different place. Shenshenko dropping the market. Food economy looking sharp here, 18 on food, decent gold income as well, but still that castle age is a while away. Salted pepper immediately with a forward siege workshop here, and getting Bodkin arrow and crossbow for his now 14 archers with the double ranges producing and second town center and university going up here, so he's even going for the early ballistics here. I guess that's a decent trade for Shenshenko, all things considered. He still has the skirmishers, but has 300 food to go for the castle age as well, so that's going to be a bit rough. Skirmishers going down now before any potential elite skirm upgrade here. He also hasn't scouted the Siege Workshop here, so that's going to be a concern. But Castle Age now on the way. And Shenshenko so far has lost 4 villagers. Not too crazy, but still sets him back, of course. Market wall going up here, but in a placement which allows the crossbows to enter. That might actually be quite a bit of wood lost for Shenshenko here if he doesn't delete the market in time. And he doesn't want to delete it. He doesn't want to let the aggression in, of course. So that's going to be 175 wood down the drain for Shenshenko once his building foundation goes down. And now the crossbows are on the loose. Scrambling up a defensive tower here, but the Mangonel should be able to deal that, and the crossbows could even sit underneath the tower and still snipe villagers here. These skirmishers are coming, but there's 1 minute to go to Castle Age. They will either die to the crossbows and Mangonel before Castle Age, or they will... yeah, I don't see elite skirm happening here. So Salted Pepper decides not to sit underneath the tower. I guess it's because the town center might range some of the crossbows. He's happy with the damage done. 12 villagers down as Shenshenko pulls the skirmishers away and will try for some counter aggression, maybe to idle the economy of Salted Pepper here. So the rush into archers, absolutely viable play with the Lithuanians. Not necessarily what you expect from them, being such a strong cavalry sim, but it's certainly paying off for Salted Pepper here now with 13 villager kills. Did drop that university early, did get ballistics early as well. And now second Mangonel all the way out. Even if Shenshenko somehow makes it to Elite Skirm here, they are very vulnerable to the Mangonel fire. Yeah, Shenshenko will lose production here as well. He is switching into the Knights. Has +1 defense on them. Will need +2 to comfortably engage here. But if he's really patient and he manages to get decent decent number of Knights out. Fail again. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Maybe this one. Or maybe it was flaring idle villagers again, I don't know. TC goes up, the skirmishers will actually die to TC fire here. Salted Pepper with twice the villagers of Shenshenko. That was really establishing a good hold of this game. Knights are on the way, but crossbow masses with ballistics for Salted Pepper should still be able to deal with those, especially considering that Shenshenko can't really afford the +2 defense yet, and that is crucial to take out sizable mass of crossbows. Oh, but the Mangonels are unprotected. Shenshenko could at the very least get some Mangonel snipes here if he dives in. But the eco situation is worrisome to say the least here. 71 builders to 26. Split micro from Salted Pepper there. Good Mangonel initiative from Shenshenko, but unfortunately with the hill and with the massive crossbows for Salted Pepper here, the Mangonel doesn't get any good hit on the crossbow mass. Knights, however, getting good trades here. The Mangonel's going down as well. And Shenshenko somehow fending off the aggression here, getting a decent chunk of kills. Will even be able to counterattack at this point. But there's still the issue of economy. Salted Pepper should have an easy time replenishing numbers, and he's even getting cavalry armor now, so he's maybe considering a switch into cavalry here. He's going to start collecting the relics with the monks. Or just to convert Shenshenko's small numbers of knights as well. And look at the food, gold. 0-0. Salted Pepper takes the second win. He is the higher rated player after all. Let's have a look at the stats. Yeah, massive economy lead for Salted Pepper there. That's a pretty incredible feudal age for Drush archers as well. 10-18, that's no joke. It's almost Scout's timing even with opening the Drush, so Lithuanians definitely can't do that. GG.